We're going to review what is Python global variables. Python global variables are the one that you can access outside of functions and methods inside of your program. For example, if you define a function that it is called function test, and what it does, it creates a variable and assign hello world to that variable, and then you print that variable. Then if you call your function and execute it, you will get the content of the variable that is hello world. But if you try to print outside of the function the variable, you will get an error because the name variable is not defined. However, if you create this variable outside of the scope of the function and you type new world inside of this function, you could print var and you will get new world. If you type again function test and you will execute this, you will get hello world, because var outside of the function scope, it is a global variable. Var inside of function test, it's a local variable. It's inside of the function test. So even though if you execute function test and print var on the same sentence as something, if you print function test and print var, you'll get hello world and new world. And also what you can do is you can create a function that gets a parameter or a variable, and inside that parameter you can print that variable. So you execute this, and if you use your global variable that you have already created, you say function test and then you put var, that is this var of new world, because it's outside of the scope of function test, and you execute this, you could get as a result new world. This is how global variables work. If you create a variable inside of a function or a method, this is or inside of a class, this is a local variable. If you create a variable outside of the scope of any data structure inside Python, it will be a global variable, and you could access downwards in any operations that you do in Python.